cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. It's time again.
What up, y'all? You tuned in to the 52 Scott Podcast. This is Music Monday, and I'm your host, Slash. And with me, I got Comedian 96, K Money, Freddie G. Together, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast. On Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. All right, and welcome back to Music Monday. Got another great topic for you. Okay, this week we're going to talk about AI and music collabs. So, AI is the newest thing in technology, and it's been taking over almost everywhere. I mean, people using AI for any and everything. You have AI simulated computers where they can talk to you. You can talk to an AI, artificial intelligence person. They give you ideas. They'll tell you if the product that you're trying to purchase is a good buy, or if you should try a different one, or if the price is worth what you're paying as according to the other price. I mean, AI is doing all kind of stuff. But now it's heavily getting into the hip hop world, where you have a lot of artists, and they right now, I think a lot of people are just basically experimenting with it. I am myself experimenting with AI, but there are some people who I think that's actually using it, and they figured out, what they need to do to make AI do what they needed to do. It's a smart tool. I'll say that when it comes to music. But I know there's a lot of questions about AI and the music, as far as, and maybe some questions such as, what are they actually using AI for in the music? So let's start there. You have writers, you have producers, and you have artists, and you have engineers. Each one of those different
positions they benefit different from AI.
Right. There's a different use for AI, or they use AI a different way. Now, here's something that I didn't know that I just recently learned about AI. If you go to a concert, and you see the artists on stage themselves, the human artists, and you see that background of them that's in the back doing the same thing they doing, well, that's AI. So they can make AI to where you see the human person, but they can change what's going on, like the face of the human on the screen, or the clothes that the human got on, to give an extra to the show. So AI is very huge, and they've been using this in a lot of different avenues and concerts and stuff.
Is that like when they be having concerts and they might have Tupac, because
those holograms.
The holograms
also.
Is that sort of like AI?
Yeah, that's exactly what
that
it is.
AI. So it's being used in a lot of ways, but it makes sense. Now some ways in music, using it in the studio, you have writers who sometimes get writer's block. I'm familiar with that. So you need just maybe a line or two to bridge you over, to close in the gap in something that you've already written. You may just need a line or two, so you can use it in that manner to type your lyrics in AI and let AI find another suggestion to use in a spot. And that's with doing lyrics. Now when it comes to doing music, my experience with it is I've actually produced and maybe done some drums and maybe a melody with some chords or something like that. But I'll load it into the AI program, and it'll remix it, and it'll add stuff that I didn't have in there to make it complete. Now, what I will say about this, some of that stuff sounds really good. Not judging it. But I think the reason for it is not to use it as is. Get an idea from it, but if it's something that you can use portions of it, if that's what you like, but don't let the AI create the whole thing for you, because now it's taking away the feeling of the music. Because what I know about music and producing music, me and you both can do the same track, or me and 3 different people can work on the same track, but it's not gonna feel the same. It's just not gonna do it because one person may not have as much soul as this person. I don't care. It's a feeling that you putting in there. It's not just beating on some, beating on some pads to make your drums. It's a rhythm, and in real timing, AI can pick that up and make it better, but I don't think it can recreate a time signature as in real time as if it's an actual person doing it. So I'm saying that to say, if you like something that AI has, you can use it, but I wouldn't use it all the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Take pieces of it to get ideas, change the instrument or something, because it's a lot of copyright stuff that has to go on when you're dealing with AI. So man, you just gotta use it wisely. Don't let it be the whole everything. You know what I'm saying? Don't let AI take over who you are as far as doing your music. Use it when you get stuck. You need a outlet. What can I use? What kind of sound could I use? What would go good here? Use it for that, but don't just, because you got some people, man, and I'll tell you, they go in there, they'll type in what they want, what type of beat they want, and now AI is going to produce the whole beat. But you got people that want to use it like that. You cannot use it like that.
And that's the question. Man, I have so many questions around this AI, man. And I got like 3 questions, man. So number 1, this was, I think Timberland is going to be using AI or something.
Yeah, well, he's who I've been seeing promoting an AI actual AI app.
Right.
And I use that app.
Right. So what I'm wondering is, could a person potentially cut out all the middlemen, go in and say, I'm gonna be my own I guess Sony or whoever, my own record label. I'm gonna produce these songs, I'm going to get the royalties from it, I'm gonna write it and have AI do all the work, and potentially come up with 12 jamming songs, make an album, and just keep doing that over and over.
So let me say this: it's been done experimentally, and I'll tell you, an artist who had his hands in doing that, Lupe Fiasco, he did a full album, collaborating with AI, but it was an experimental album. Haven't heard none of the songs, but I would say that he would probably be a good artist to use in that manner, as far as AI. Now, what did he do with AI? I'm not sure. I'm sure he probably had some lyrics written, typed his raps in AI and let AI kind of give him some other suggestions, saying what he's saying. And that's fine if you're doing that. You know what I'm saying? Now, is it copyright infringement to do that? If it's anything like sampling, there's so much of, a time measure that you can use without being sued in sampling.
Not to cut you off, Slash, but honestly speaking, I think that may be one of the biggest downfalls in utilizing AI, because you're not necessarily knowing where AI is getting this material from.
Right.
So if anybody or any old artist can prove, hey, AI sampled some of my music,
right,
I can see lawsuits happening left and right. And then that would be the downfall in utilizing AI, because if you're not sure where AI is getting these or adding these extra beats and shit from, you rolling the dice with it. So I can see copyright infringements possibly occurring in the future, but right now it's too early for people to pick up on it in those aspects, in my opinion.
I'm pretty sure AI, they got something where they're not plagiarizing other people's music. I'm pretty sure they're not rewriting it or playing the music to it. It's got to be. I'm pretty sure they don't just let AI come up with a beat that's already out there. You know what I mean? I know they got doing something.
Here's the thing, though. Let's say that's true. Comedian 96. Let's say that's true, but I still would think that if somebody puts in a beat into AI and AI gives them a finishing product. And then a year later, someone else put a beat into AI, and AI kind of use some of the same drum patterns or whatever the case may be, and give that individual a finishing product. I would think that the person who had it first would be able to sue the person who got it second, to say that, hey, you got this drum pattern, or there are elements of your song that's in my song.
Now, you're correct, and what I know about the one that I've been using is when you input something into this app, it lists the date that it was put in there. And if you remix that and it comes up with a full track to it, what it's going to do is say that this track that I made is an extension from this beat. Well, right there it shows that you uploaded that. So in a way, you safe because it's dated. That person that gets it from you, date is gonna be after yours either way.
Yeah, that date stamp.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of like a copyright within itself.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because I was like, well, you made the beat first.
Yeah, but you have to still be careful. You know what I'm saying? Also, there's a tab inside of the app that I use where it says, can anybody remix this? And you got an option to say, yeah, they can remix it, or no, they can't remix it. I always hit no. I mean, why would I want you to remix it?
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Nah, I want to go back to my original question, because we speaking about AI, and in my understanding of how AI possibly could work, I just would think with it being a computer, it would take from other music that's already been created.
Yeah.
Well, what it's doing again is learning algorithms
Right.
So-
and those algorithms are coming from other music.
from other music.
So why wouldn't you think that it possibly could be sampling that other music?
Well, if it's not sampling, it's recreating a similarity to what it heard and what you giving it.
Well, that's
so
what motherfuckers think remixing is, recreating. Yeah, you can't tell P Diddy he ain't he ain't recreated.
that's all AI is doing. What Diddy did.
Yeah, remixing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From what you put in it,
Yeah.
it's gonna remix that and say, okay,
So, and to K Money's point, so those it's copying elements from
Right.
from another song. That's kind of like what happened with, well, not AI, but with Robin Thicke being sued for Blurred Lines.
Yes.
oh yeah,
And although if you listen to Blurred Lines, I mean, it was only a little piece of
Yes.
the Who, yeah, or whatever from Marvin Gaye's hit song.
it was the bass line too.
Yeah, got to give it up.
The bass line is there.
But oh yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I'm
but
saying? That's what got him.
it's like it was like real.
Yeah.
Fine.
But it was noticeable. I noticed it.
Yeah,
But that's my point. I just feel like AI could could possibly sample from some older music, and it just won't be picked up on this early because it's too new in the game.
yeah, and millions and millions and millions of songs.
And it's also learning when people are using it. You know what I mean? It's learning your algorithm that you put in there, and it's just. But again, it's endless possibilities. I think it's the way it's used. It is going to determine whether or not you get sued.
Okay, now let me ask you this: can you like use AI and say, okay, I know I want to hear a sound of a fly, a buzzing sound. So put a buzzing sound. Give me a beat with a buzzing sound. And because you told AI you want a buzzing sound, that buzzing sound was your creativity, not AI's creativity. You told it you want a buzzing sound. Can AI do that to where, and now they put this buzzing sound in, but it was something that came from your thought process, your mind.
What saves you in this is when I've done beats in AI, I'll load something and it'll take that, and then on top of that I'll type in there what I want. I want trap drums, or I want this to be a
What
slow
other
ballad,
instruments?
or I want a symphony, or I want a lead guitar. It takes that information and it says, okay, I'm gonna analyze all of this, analyze your algorithm, and I'm gonna make it sound like this. Now, that can save you in a lawsuit, what you just said, Freddie G, by it being your idea that was given to AI before AI even produced anything.
Yeah.
So that makes AI a co-producer when you're typing in
What you want.
Right.
So that's still your creativity.
That's still your creativity, depending on how you use it, though. Again, because if you're uploading music to it and you type it in there, then I think you got to check. And that's how I use it. I don't want to use it to say, okay, I don't have a beat, give me your beat. I'm not using AI like that.
But you know, it's being
There's
used.
people doing that.
Yes.
And that's the part that's going to get you caught up. You cannot do that. You have to at least give it an idea and allow it to work with something. Don't take the idea from it, because you're cheating. They have songs like this. I can load in something that I produced and type, okay, I need some lyrics. You automatically write the lyrics. Tell me what you feel on this beat. It's going to come up with the name of the song, the hook for the song, the verse, the bridge. It comes up with all of it. Where did the lyrics come from? Who wrote those lyrics? Because it's matching. You can even say, I want a song like this. I need a dance hall with a...
And see, that's where I would figure it would go to the algorithms of all dance halls.
It goes through those
and pick
algorithms
and choose.
and starts figuring out what you put in there along with the other stuff that you asked for.
So now that makes me question. As a producer, how do you feel? I'm not asking you this per se, but like, it would make me wonder how a producer would feel that, you know what, I really didn't come up with all of this by myself.
Let me answer that. So that's my experimenting with it. I'll put something in there and I'll let it give me the ideas. I'll tell you where that works for me at. Not to say that I didn't produce it or I'm trying to claim something that I didn't do, but I'm saying, okay, it's encouraging me to come up with something from what I'm hearing. I'm like, okay, that was needed, put it together.
You're getting
good,
inspiration.
But it's an inspiration. Use it for inspirational tool.
Okay.
But would I subject to using AI as a whole? I mean, I'm sorry, as of using or doing it the regular way, manually producing a track. No, I wouldn't choose AI because there's nothing like it. I can listen to the AI instrumental after letting it remix something and then listen to my original. And I'm sorry, AI ain't fucking with me.
Now, I'm going to say this too. Now, this is something that the audience wouldn't know. I know this because I talked to you, right? And I can recall you telling me that sometimes, man, even in your sleep, you hear sounds.
Right.
And it'll make you get up out your seat
Oh,
to
yeah.
hurry up and go to put it down so you don't forget it.
Yeah.
Or there's times where you told me that you've been asleep and you have this cold beat in your head, but then you wake up and it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to me, for an individual that uses AI, I'm talking about solely use AI
Yeah.
to do all of the work.
Everything, yeah.
Those individuals probably get better night's sleep than you.
Probably so, because they don't have to think about the beat.
Yeah, this is the thing that really concerns me about AI. Like, if you already existence, like the Beyoncés, the Jay-Z's, the rappers that are already out, the R&B singers that's already out, I think you're safe. But for up-and-coming artists, that are trying to get in, I think it makes it harder for them. Because if you think about it, nobody R&B wise really you're not hearing any movement. Like it's just flat right now.
I would think the opposite though. You saying it makes it harder, but I think
It
AI
makes
is
it
making
easier.
it easier.
I say harder because now you gotta you gotta prove yourself. Instead of making one album with a couple of songs that's hit, you probably gonna make 2-3 albums for somebody really recognizing you.
Well, I think it only matters if you really selling that product.
Yeah.
Because if you're not really selling the product, who cares?
Yeah, because I think it's harder. I think it makes it harder for new artists.
I actually
Easier
agree with that.
easier for the artist that's already existing. Because now all you got to do is make some music. If it's jamming, bam. I'm Jay-Z. I'm
Well,
Beyonce.
I think, and I look,
you know what I'm saying? I ain't got my
there's
name already
another
there.
way that you have to look at this, and I mean, in the long run, man, AI is the future of music
I
production.
mean, that's just like you guys got to think back how when auto tunes first came in the picture,
Right.
You know, people had to gravitate to it, and not everybody fucking damn near using it.
Everybody.
Yeah,
And T.I., I'm sorry, not T.I.
T-Pain.
T-Pain uses AI to create harmonies and different stuff, you know. So I mean, AI does a lot, and it's good. It's a lot of good ways, but it's some ways that you know shouldn't take an interest in using. There's good ways to use it. I say just find the good ways, you know. But what it helps me do is helps me through writer's block when I'm in a writer's block.
And I can see it being used for that purpose. You know
what I
to
mean?
help a producer or help a writer, songwriter get out that rut that they in.
Because the writer's block can last, man, a week or two. You know, it just depends on what's going on at the time and how long that writer's block lasts. If you're going
added
through
inspiration.
if you're going through a depression mode and you got writer's block, that may last 2 weeks.
Man, to a true hustler though, I would start a record company, because then I could use AI to write everything for me. And I'd get all the residuals for everything.
I just don't think this shit. I think people go ride the wave while because it's new, but I really don't think the wave is gonna last as long as folks think.
Not when it comes down to writing lyrics.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because terms change.
Yeah.
Yearly. Everybody come up with their own term. Every year is 10, 20 new different terms. Slang.
And then too, when you coming in with those lyrics, man, lyrics are feelings.
Yeah.
People write about what they feel
Actual
And that's
stuff.
what
and
AI
how that
don't
made them
have.
feel.
Well,
exactly.
Well, AI can write it,
Like it has feelings.
but can it sing it like it's got feelings? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The soul is still comes from a human.
Yeah.
This is the thing why I'm saying AI is the future of music, but the way you use it has got to make sense, because you don't want to let the AI take the soul out the music, because it's still the human that's gonna make it soulful, you know. And everybody like to feel the music.
My bad.
It's the only great music is felt music. If it ain't felt, no, it's not great.
Relatable.
You know, it's got to be relatable. But I mean, I think AI is a good tool. I just think that the way you use it is important to protect yourself from any copyright infringement and stuff like that.
I got one more question, Slash, in regards to the holograms portion of AI. Would you guys go to a concert if it was just of a hologram of like a favorite artist? So we know they've used this in the past, like with Tupac.
Right.
So would you go to a Tupac concert if they let's say Tupac did a tour, the hologram of Tupac did a tour? Would you go to that type of concert?
If it was him and Nipsey Hussle, yes.
Nah, and with you saying that, I don't know if I would necessarily go to one. I would watch it if it was televised, but I don't know if I would actually purchase a ticket to see a hologram. But I'm surprised Live Nation isn't taking advantage of these holograms and offering, you know, concerts for Michael Jackson. You know, he had the biggest fan base.
I'm sure it won't be long before
I think
they
that
do it.
if you did that though, you would have to get clearance from family members.
Or
and
whoever
the family
owns
member,
his estate.
somebody would, I would assume that that's his kids.
Shit, that's
or
revenue
somebody.
coming in for the estate,
Yeah.
whoever, like
Yeah.
you're saying. But
That's where the money would have to go.
I could see money being made from that, though.
Yeah, if you
Like I
got
said,
an
why
artist
this-
like Mike,
Yeah,
man, people will go. You'd
Prince.
be surprised, man. Prince.
yeah.
People want to be entertained, bro. AI is about to do all of that.
And that's what concerts pretty much are when you go. You're pretty much singing the songs anyway. So now you're just seeing a hologram of your favorite artist
On
performing the
stage,
songs that
performing.
you love.
And you know what though? Now that I think about it, I'm only speaking of rap concerts.
Right.
For some reason, I don't know if y'all feel this way, but I do. I think that like R&B concerts are better than rap
Oh
concerts.
hell yeah!
Oh, yeah.
hands
All
down.
day.
And rap concerts, it's just a lot of, to me, it's a lot
Walking
of
and
walking
talking.
around and talking,
Walking
right?
and talking.
So if you had a hologram of Tupac,
That's easy.
I think that it will probably be, as crazy as this may sound, it'll probably be better
Then I actually
than what Tupac would give. Because I don't think the hologram will be just walking and talking.
Yeah, it's gonna do so much.
they go add.
I think that the
some
songs will play
features.
through. Like sometimes you ever go to a rap concert and the song just really don't play all the way through, or they're missing
Yeah.
missing some lyrics. Or
Well,
Snippets.
what they do is they do show portions. So if let's say they had a song with a feature and the feature not there, they can't do that verse. But where AI comes in, that now you can put that artist on there, boom, and let them perform,
And they go ahead and do the
and
whole
then
song.
go ahead and do the whole song.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So
That can add to concerts
AI has its ups
And-
and
yeah.
it's got its downs, but like I say, use it the way it's gonna make sense, and not just a senseless. Don't get sued behind using AI or trying to use all of the lyrics that AI wrote, because you don't know if there's a artist back there that wrote that song that shared it, said, yeah, you could share it, because now you don't have to know that this song been shared, but here you are with your record label, you done put this song out and you done let AI write all these lyrics, and you don't know that somebody shared them lyrics. Now here they is got a big lawsuit and they coming at you for everything you done made because you didn't do your homework. So be smart about using AI, because guess what? Don't let artificial intelligence be more intelligence and you the artificial. I'm out. So that's all, y'all, for this edition of Music Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Come back tomorrow and check out True Tuesday with K Money. Hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook, D52 Scott Podcast. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast.